You know, deep down, inside every single one of us, there's this constant push and pull. It's a really ancient riddle about two forces that, well, they basically define what it means to be human. Today, we're going to unpack this duality. And honestly, understanding it might just change how you see yourself and everything around you.
This quote, wow, it just gets right to the heart of it all. And it's not just some pretty poetry. No, the idea here is that this is the central conflict of our inner lives. On one side, you have the full moon, that total transparency, that ability to see things with crystal clarity. And on the other, you've got the wolf, that dark, primal, savage instinct.
So let's think of it like this. The moon, that's like our higher self, right? The part of us that's always searching for wisdom, that wants to see the truth. Then you have the wolf. That's our raw impulse, our untamed power, that darker energy. And the argument is, these two forces aren't just hanging out inside us, they are in a constant battle.
But okay, here's the twist. This internal battle, it's not a flaw. It's not some bug in the system that we need to fix. Actually, being able to hold both, the light of the moon and the shadow of the wolf, without letting one completely take over, that is the very definition of being human. The real challenge isn't about picking a side, it's about finding that balance.
Okay, so what happens when this inner drama spills out into the real world? For that, we're going to look at a really famous ancient story. Think of it as a case study that shows exactly how a father's fear can actually give life to an inner wolf with, well, pretty devastating results. So the patriarch Jacob is asked why he won't let his absolute favorite son Joseph go off with his older brothers, and his answer is, well, it's pretty strange. He doesn't say he's afraid of his own sons. Instead, he points to this external threat. He says, "I fear the wolf will eat him." But of course, this wasn't about a literal four-legged wolf. Not at all. Jacob's moon-like vision, his clarity, let him see something else. He saw the metaphorical wolf that was already growing inside his other sons. He saw their jealousy, their rivalry, this dark impulse to get rid of their brother. And this is where it gets really fascinating. By saying the word wolf, Jacob didn't just voice a fear. He accidentally handed his sons the perfect alibi. They took the exact image he feared, the lie he was already prepared to believe, and they used it to unleash their own inner wolf. So what happens? They come back, they present this torn, bloody shirt, and they basically weaponize their father's own fear against him. The wolf ate him. Just like that, they turned his inner vision into a cold, hard external reality. It was the perfect, self-fulfilling prophecy. The wolf of their jealousy was now real. But here's the thing. To really get a grip on this symbol, we have to understand that the wolf isn't always the villain, not by a long shot. Its meaning can change dramatically depending on the culture, from being seen as a noble god all the way to a cunning predator. I mean, the contrast here is incredible. You look at ancient Egypt and you have gods like Wipwawet, the opener of ways, depicted as wolves. They were noble guides, protectors. But then you shift to Arab heritage and the wolf becomes way more complex. It stands for both treachery and this fierce, untamed courage, all at the same time. And this complexity is it's fascinating. The wolf in these traditions isn't just pure evil. It's more like a mirror, reflecting the harsh, free, and often dangerous realities of the desert. So yes, it represents cunning and betrayal, but it also embodies this proud, wild spirit that just refuses to be tamed. It's a threat, but it's also a role model for survival. So, okay, that's all ancient history, right? How does any of this apply to our world today? Well, the wild forests and deserts might be gone for most of us, but the wolf, oh, the wolf hasn't disappeared. It's just adapted. It found a new environment. So we really have to ask ourselves, in our modern world of office politics, of social media pile-ons, of these massive institutions, where is the wolf now? Where does that predatory instinct even operate? Where's the hunt? And here's the chilling answer. The wolf is still here, but it's become a polite wolf. It's not hiding in some dark forest anymore. Nope. It operates right out in the open, disguised by civility. And it uses the very systems we've built, our companies, our social networks, our legal systems, as its new hunting ground. See, this modern wolf, it doesn't come at you with teeth and claws. It comes at you with bureaucracy, with public shaming, with social maneuvering. It doesn't dominate with brute force. It dominates by twisting relationships, ruining reputations, and rewriting the rules to serve its own endless appetite.
So if this wolf is just a permanent part of who we are, and a part of our modern world, what are we supposed to do? Well, the answer isn't to kill it. Instead, we're offered this powerful path toward integrating it, to transform it into something else entirely.
Look at this. It's really a choice, isn't it? The goal isn't to get rid of the wolf, but to channel its energy. Can we take that destructive force that just wants to consume and turn it into a noble one that opens new paths? Can we shift from a predator driven by jealousy to a guardian who protects?
And this is the real kicker. We actually lose our humanity at both extremes. If you totally suppress the wolf, you become weak, you become prey. But if you unleash it with no control, you become a savage predator. True, authentic humanity, that's found right in the middle, in that delicate integration of moon and wolf.
So how do we actually do it? Well, the path starts by using that moonlight clarity to look at your own wild instincts. And I mean, really look at them, without judgment. Then you learn to channel the wolf's power, not for destruction, but to forge new paths, to protect what's right, and to move through the unknown with strength.
This right here, this is the ultimate call to action. It's the whole formula for integration summed up. It's about having the wisdom to see the truth of a situation, that's the moon, and having the courage and the strength to act on it decisively, that's the wolf.
And so, we leave you with this. In our modern jungle of fierce competition and very public betrayals, this ancient riddle is more relevant than ever. So you have to ask yourself, are you the victim, the predator, or are you on the path to becoming that noble guardian? Understanding the wolf inside you is just the first step. The choice of who it becomes, that's up to you.